Kryon, Address of Darkness. Hello friends, I am Kryon from the Magnetic Service. It's time to talk to you about a topic that magnetically attracts many people. It's time to pay attention to the so-called demonic entities inhabiting the astral low-frequency underground worlds. There are many such entities, and they are diverse. Now let's talk about highly developed demons in terms of intellect. Let's call them anti-demiurges. These demonic entities constitute the population of the highest astral layer of the underground world. The activity of anti-demiurges is aimed at conscious, carefully planned resistance to the forces of light on this planet. The overwhelming majority of such demonic entities receive quite reliable information about the course of the struggle of opposing forces. However, due to the nature of their consciousness, they cannot clearly distinguish specific information from the world of humans. They only perceive its essence, energetic charge, and direction. However, among the general mass of antimuons, there is a demonic elite capable not only of perceiving the general nature of information from the world of humans, but also of grasping specifics. They do not speak any human languages, but they receive messages, so to speak, of apathetic informational packets. These messages are transmitted to them by the one we call the Prince of this world, through low-energy invalidation and forced intrusion into consciousness. This information is carefully processed, after which events, including mass ones, aimed against the forces of light, are skillfully planned. One should not underestimate the cunning and skillful actions of anti-demiurges. However, the topic of this message is not about that, although it is time for the workers of light to know who and how opposes them in informational and other forms of struggle. This is a subject for a separate conversation which we will definitely return to. A bit of history. 18,500 years ago, a powerful demonic entity penetrated the planet, specifically to lower the energy frequencies of the planet. 5,500 years later, precisely 13,000 years ago, an accelerated and very active process of lowering the frequency of the Earth's energy began. Twisting, increasing the pace of time, increasing the gravity of gravity. And this process, friends, is what I call the densification of the veil. Please do not be afraid. All those who, after reading this message, suddenly realize that the forces of darkness are real entities inhabiting other material layers of the earth. To those whose souls are light, they have no power. The existence of demonic entities was known to many before. It's just that now is the time to learn more about them. Why? When you read this message, you will understand. Your heart will send you the necessary signal. Will you draw the appropriate conclusions? And you will never again be afraid of representatives of the other side, those whom we call the Dark Brotherhood. So, for special purposes, the Council of the Inner World of the planet allowed the penetration of a highly developed demonic entity. At that time, he was known as Gonus. His name is not Satan, not the devil. Such names were given to him by humans. This highly developed demonic entity, upon arriving on the planet, set only one main goal for himself: to survive, to remain in the state of existence in which it currently exists. Along with Gonus, low-frequency astral layers of the planet were allowed the entry of legions of entities at various levels of their evolutionary development. In total, the astral world inhabited by entities of the dark world now has 9 layers. Plus isolated space organized into a special spatio-temporal continuum where Ganaton actually resides. During the development of the historical play over the last 18,500 years, the legions of dark entities have not increased in their numbers because they are not given the right to reproduce. Now, we are not talking about astral phantoms, the creation of human consciousness. This is also a subject for a separate conversation. All this time, they could only exist because they had the opportunity to receive low-frequency energy to sustain their livelihood. Have you already guessed what energy is being referred to? It's the negative energy embodied in humans on Earth, the energy of fear, hatred, pain, greed, envy, all base feelings. So over the course of 18,500 years, people gave demonic entities, received low-frequency negative energy. For what purpose was all this allowed by the family of light, the authors of the Great Experiment? I think the workers of light understood the reason. It was necessary to achieve a certain density of the veil. and to give people the right to choose between light and darkness. Because Gonus Turn and his legions created darkness on the planet. Otherwise, my friends, where would it come from here? Do not think, my sunny ones, that this issue is widespread in the universe, like mold on decaying wood. It's actually quite rare. And only a few planets have a low-frequency astral world, which we metaphorically call darkness. Why is it time to pay attention to our dark brothers? Why haven't I talked about them in detail until now? Don't guess yet. A new era is coming, no matter how intimidating events may be happening around, no matter what scary news is chasing you. You know, a new era is coming. An era of love, dissolving fear, love dissolving negative energy. And not just dissolving. The time is not far off when love on the planet will reach that critical point where it will transform all negativity. First, making it vibrate at a higher frequency, and then transforming it. What can be made out of negativity, you ask? Yes, my dear, everything. It's the same energy. Haven't you ever encountered a situation where hatred suddenly turned into love? When recent hostility was replaced by strong, sincere hugs of friendship? When lovers ready to part forever, suddenly united by pure, sincere kisses and happily forgetting everything in the world? Of course, you've seen this phenomenon more than once, and the opposite is true as well. But now we have a new task before us. Let love flow, but it should never flow back. There must accumulate so much love on the planet, and it must reach such a high quality, such a level, that it can no longer be defeated, overshadowed by negativity. Imagine yourselves as young, in love. And if you are in love now, keep that feeling locked in eternity. So you are all in love with the first romantic love. Spring, tender, freshly bloomed leaves on the trees, gentle sunshine, a beautiful morning, the face of a beloved person nearby, smiles from people who rejoice in your love. Ahead lies the most pleasant, the happiest day in life, a day that you will spend with your beloved, and nothing dims your joy. Imagine this feeling, it's love. Preserve it, turn it into eternity, something that can never disappear. So, every day, every single day. Someone will say it's impossible to reach such a level. Impossible. But it's possible, my friends. It's as possible as a sunny May day. You might ask, you're talking about love again, but what do demons have to do with this? Because today we're talking about the dark brotherhood. I can already hear this question. The thing is, demons cannot exist where such a level of love, the one I'm talking about, is reached. The energy of love doesn't just flow around the planet, it's growing. Soon it will grow at such rates that the demons of our planet will fall ill. Yes, my dear ones, they're very, very sick. They cannot exist in a space where positive energy triumphs over negative. Not only will the volume of love increase, but its quality will also change. Presently, high-frequency energy is entering the planet. Soon, it will reach a level incompatible with demonic life forms. Yes, the time is near when darkness will cease to exist on the planet. Lady Gaia, the Earth, will be freed from low astral life forms. Now, I have a question for the workers of light. What should we do about the demons? After all, for most people they evoke not only fear, but also hatred. There are millions and millions of people on this planet blaming dark forces for all the misfortunes humanity has faced over the past millennia. Millions of people are ready to simply destroy them, dissolve them in space, to turn them into nothingness, to place them in a cosmic graveyard that doesn't actually exist. Yes, that's true. But these are people whose hearts have not yet developed love. And you, workers of light, you Lemurians, Atlanteans, you Hyperboreans, what is your opinion about demons? Should we send them to another planet? As robotic entities, perhaps? No, my friends, there is another solution. A completely different solution. And it's already in your hearts. Discover a simple truth. Demons are children of the Creator who, long ago, by your human standards, agreed to play the role of darkness. Why do we call them the Dark Brotherhood? Because among themselves they have no brotherly relations. Their communication excludes the principle of brotherhood, focusing instead on egocentrism. We call them the Dark Brotherhood because they are our brothers who agreed to undertake a very, very difficult task. They, more than humans, immersed themselves in matter, delved into denser worlds, from where they cannot find their way home to the spiritual world independently. You humans, even as you delve deeper into dense matter, still knew about God, even if you didn't believe in Him in separate incarnations. Demonic entities, don't even know about the existence of God. And now I sense something unimaginable is happening. They perceive the increase in vibrations as the end of their existence, as death. Do you understand? That energy, the love that we meet with great joy, they perceive as a harbinger of death, and they fiercely fight for their existence. The elite of antimuons, understanding that there are forces opposing them.